Wolverines home opener tonight. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The option look. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Still running at the 40. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in, and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And the Wolverines get enough for the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Davis looking to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
Well, really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. Goes to the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air, it's Mack. Spits it out to the back. Gets it out fast. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to the running back, and he's making plays.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown time. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arizona is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Tucson for some time. They're up 14 over Old Dominion. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Picks up the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Buckley. He's there to make the stop.
And I want to be a team that can run the football and be physical, especially on 2nd and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now 3rd and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He's inside the 10. Afterburner's coming. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play, breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Quarterback will keep it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Wolverines in the hurry up. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. They march 72 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run the option. Shakes off the defender. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. That is a serendipitous turn of events. With the fumble going out of bounds, they'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
A nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On fourth down, going to the air. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Colorado. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting... football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the left. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Lost one deep down the right side. Pulls it in inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Going up top. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. That should be the final play of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They want to run this quarterback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature them, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Quarterback will audible. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And the Wolverines are on the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. runs through a tackle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw, it's Mack. A little release to the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Toss sweep to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's McAfee. Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block, it's Hamilton. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes that Alabama offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking to throw on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mack. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Haynes. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Mack. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. second down coming up. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's got room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for space, it's Haynes. Touchdown, Alabama! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now. I said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He wants to throw. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have